All right. Welcome to Master the Game. Tonight, the Black Rock Adventurers are taking on session 7. Who knows what will happen? But I'm pretty excited about it, and it's going to be a good time. So we're going to go around, let everyone introduce themselves and the character they're playing. We can let's start with someone who knows how this goes. Let's go with Tom.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom TP Grant, and I am playing Riley, the lovable warlock who's from the Blackrock area, just wants to do right by everybody, and definitely doesn't have any sort of evil or horrible patrons that he's going to eventually maybe have to answer to.
Maybe. We'll see. Might not happen
Maybe.
this session.
Maybe.
Laura,
So.
go ahead.
Hi, I'm Laura. I am at Laura G on Discord and Shiny Math Rocks on Instagram and Twitter. I am playing Nolty, who is an Astamir Circle of the Stars druid. And for anybody who doesn't know, Circle of the Stars is officially now official with the new Tasha's book. So if some of the stuff is a little bit different, she got switched over from UA to official this week. So,
whoa, just like I anticipated. I told Paula, I was like, I warned her that was going to happen.
I was like, she's not even complaining, so like it's fine.
No, there was only one very little change, and what you warned me is like, what are you going to do when they don't publish it and they get rid of it? And I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it was like, what would you do if once the Unearthed Arcana went away and it like you couldn't access that? Like that's all. I don't know. I mean, I had never experienced it. I just had heard horror stories. So no worries. Yeah.
I actually had 2 characters that I'm currently playing who, when Tasha's came out, their subclasses had been Unearthed Arcana and now are official.
Yeah.
So I'm going through all those changes, figuring out what's up. But
right. All right, Andy?
I'm Andy, and I am playing Francis D'Angelo, a plain, ordinary, boring cleric who fits my personality to a T.
I thought he was completely opposite of your personality. That's what you said last time.
Opposite, which is why he fits me so well. Yeah, I am the resident note taker, general nag, and overall pain in the ass.
Love it. And Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I'm playing Kat Dankill, who is a mountain dwarf monk who left the monastery, discovered a tavern, and really enjoyed it a lot. And just kind of everybody's favorite drinking buddy.
And then last, we'll go with you, Paula.
I am playing tonight Victorian Warai. She is a human barbarian of some type, ancestral guardian, I believe, and she's ready to kill things and get everybody else into trouble.
Basically. And get herself into trouble. Why everybody else?
I mean, I don't know, because for some reason they think I should be a part of this group.
I mean, if you don't grab the chickens by the neck, you'll probably go a long way.
Well, you know what? I was hungry. Okay.
All right. So last time, Nolte had a dream of a hilltop rider at night in front of a full moon, and he had red, glowy eyes. And then Vic had a dream of Joy Crustyleaf, who was a gnome woman who they tried to help at one point, but they basically killed her son. And in this dream, as soon as she saw like Joy Crustyleaf and locked eyes, she had a huge sense of personal loss herself. They also went after some gray chickens, which happened to be cockatrices. About 5 of them, I believe. And then they ate the eggs from the nest. And some of them got a bonus to their con for the rest of the day. Then, I believe 7 assassins ambushed them. But for the most part, they were all taken out fairly easily. There was some damage done to the players, but not much. They did knock one out who's been unconscious for a while. They left him alive just to interrogate him. And Nolte cast friends on Riley on the one being held and tied up. They decided they were going to do good cop, bad cop with Kat, Vic, and Riley doing the interrogation. And the last thing where we left off was the guy woke up, looked up at Riley, and almost looked relieved to see Riley's face. And then Riley said, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah, I just want to throw. I was the one that cast friends on him.
Oh, my bad. I thought Nolte.
Yeah. No, it's all right. So I cast friends on him.
In no way capable of casting friends.
Yeah, when
maybe
he woke up,
it was just her aura of stars or something. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, buddy, you took a mighty terrible fall there. You all right?
Yeah, I'm bound up. Will you help me, please?
Yeah, you're in restraints, so you don't hurt yourself. You got a little bit of an injury there. Just go ahead and calm down for a second, and why don't you give us the rundown? Like, how can I help you out? Like,
All right, so friends makes them more likely to say stuff, right? Don't they?
Yes.
So
Friends. I have advantage on all charisma checks.
okay.
And yeah, just generally we get on.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what is the official thing it says? Does he consider you an ally? Does he consider?
No, I get advantage on all charisma checks.
Okay.
So yeah, just give us the rundown, buddy. How can we help you out? What were you here doing? We'll give you.
Just let me go. It's in your best interest. The order will come after you, I swear.
Oh, order? Which order is that again?
Oh, the order that was just coming after you.
Yeah. But like, what's the actual? Like, is it just the order, or is there like of after it?
We're not allowed to discuss the name.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
No, why would I be able to trust you? You're not part of it. You haven't sworn the oath.
I mean, not yet.
No, I can't. Make a persuasion check.
All right, persuasion. Ooh, that advantage saved me because that was a 7 and a 15, so that's gonna be 19.
Oh. So you beat it, but by 1.
Ooh.
He tells you, well, I mean, I guess if you're going to join, but normally you can't volunteer. They have to choose you. But, I mean, I guess if you want to join the Outcasts of the Shadows, really, you got to at least free my hands. Come on.
I mean, let's just calm down. And I'm sorry. The with me is not Nolte. It's Vic, right? Vic is
Kat.
Yeah, Vic and
Yes.
Kat.
Yeah, I'm just sort of standing back right now, just kind of generally observing, under the assumption, though I don't remember, that I'm likely playing the bad cop. So it seems to be going okay for him right now. So Vic's kind of just going to let Riley do his thing for a second, unless it seems like he's not getting very far.
I just want to give you a little heads up, buddy, that those two they're not in the initiation process. They're not going through the process, and they're a little cross about the whole trying to kill him thing. So if you're a little forthcoming, we might be able to cut you loose. But if not, I don't know how much I can do to protect you from them.
Oh, well, that's okay. Dying for the cause is good. So
yeah, but it won't be like one of them glorious deaths. It'll be like they kind of take you apart.
Anytime you're serving is a glorious death, and I'm serving till the end.
I've heard people say that before I handed them over to them, and they didn't hold to that.
Well, you're a little old to be in the order anyway.
Wow, that's presumptuous. I'm
You're
weathered,
not even
so
part
I'm
of
not
it yet.
old.
You're not even part of it yet.
I've spent a lot of time outside. I'm weathered, is all.
You're too
So,
old to be an initiate.
Sometimes you find your calling later in life. Why are we focused on me? We're focused on you right now.
Yes, you're right. Let's focus on me and getting these off of my hands. I'll tell you more. Just you got to free my hands.
Yeah, let's reverse that order. You tell me more, and I'll free your hands.
I can't free your hands. You tell me more, and I'll free your hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You
tell me more, and I'll free your hands.
Yes. Yes. You tell me more. I free. Why
are you all after us?
You guys are snooping around too much.
Well, man, if orders want to kill me for that, if I had a nickel for every time that happened. Just turn back to the group. Hold on, I'm gonna see about your hands, and like huddle up with the group. Be like, we kind of got them, guys. What do we want to know?
I think you can untie him. I put some questions in chat, like who sent him? How'd they know where we were? What's the deal with Obrus? Who wanted to kill Obrus?
That's good. That's good.
Ooh, that's right. Does he even know about that?
Well, we got the name of the order.
We won't know unless we ask. Like, who's his superior? Who's he's taking direction from? Who in the group was in charge? Where were they coming from? What were their instructions if they killed us? Those kind of things.
Sounds like maybe you should have been involved in this questioning.
It's almost like you have experience
you
questioning people.
It sounds like maybe you should have gone over and stood with them and sort of asked some questions too.
I'll whisper those questions in Riley's ear.
Well, we're just we're working through it. It'll be So I'm gonna turn around, come back, and
you free me.
I'm gonna start untying his hands and like kind of whisper in his ear, be like, all right, buddy, I'm gonna get your hands free. All right with that. But hey, just give me the heads up here so I can send a little bit of a note. Who is your direct superior so I can send a complaint about sending people to kill me? Because like I'm kind of working undercover at the moment.
We're not a bureaucracy.
But somebody told you to do this.
Well, yeah, but we go by our ranks. Nobody has a name.
Okay, but which tier sent you it? I want to send a note to the next tier. Go over their heads.
You don't see any markings on our robes. We are initiates.
Yeah.
Like low end.
Yeah, but who told you?
A tier 2.
Okay.
An E2.
All right. That's good. And as I'm untying his hands, and I'm like kind of low key, like really ready for him to try something the minute his hands get free.
Okay.
But I'm like, what was the deal with Obrus, the guy in Dale Village? Why did you you don't know?
No, I have no idea. My job was to come here.
You guys.
This is only my second assignment.
All right. You got second
first assignment.
What was your first one?
Oh, just some child of like a noble or something.
Well, that's a rough one, buddy.
It was a bastard.
That doesn't.
That's common. We get paid to do that all the time.
Riley like clearly is like looking at the group like, we're gonna let this guy walk.
Oh no, we're totally going to kill him.
All right, I freed your hands. Let me. I'm gonna go pitch the letting you go to the group because I think I can swing it, and come back and be like,
that's where that is.
Can we ask him like where he's supposed to go?
Yeah,
who he's supposed to connect up with.
Does anyone have any spells that we can tag this guy with to figure out where he's going?
Do you?
Does anybody have their eyes on him at the moment?
Sounds
like Riley turned his back. Was Vic watching?
I'm going to keep my eye on him, and actually occasionally as we're talking, I may go as if I'm like going to draw a weapon, but then maybe I'll put it away.
So Vic, you saw him reach down into his boot and pull something out and put it in his mouth.
Oh,
Is there something you want to try to do quick?
I'm going to run over to him
1.
and try and take it out of his mouth.
Okay, give me. So it's in his mouth. So you're gonna have disadvantage on an athletics check, and it is opposed. Beat a 14 on disadvantage.
I got a 14.
So a tie goes to you, I believe. So, so he manages to bite down on this capsule. It's kind of like this pouch, but you're able to like turn him quick enough that it comes out of his mouth, and most of it he does not ingest. But he does seem really pissed off now. Damn it! So close.
What do you think you're doing?
I mean,
Trying to kill himself, obviously.
hey, buddy, the we're gonna let you go. You could have gone back and reported. Like,
I mean,
you could add some value to the order. You're just throwing yourself away. This is initiate stuff
This is a
right here, man. Like, you're
failed
thinking
mission.
like an initiate. You want to be thinking like where you want to be, man.
Riley, if he wants to kill himself, why can't we just help him with that?
Lean in and like stage whisper to Nolte, we want to find out where he's going.
Oh, well, can't you just talk to him after we killed him?
I mean, I could, but I was kind of holding on to that.
Hey,
Nolte
Riley.
is, by the way, not whispering it. She's just saying it out loud.
You might suggest to him that we will let him go. As far as the order knows, he's dead. So either he's gonna die by his own hand or ours, or he can go free. He never has to report to the order. He can go do something else if he spills the beans on what we want to know. All you got to do, and frankly, he shouldn't care after this, because he's going to go and be somebody totally different, new identity, new place. Nobody will ever know, and he can live happily. And we'd even give him a little bit of gold to get his life started.
No, we wouldn't.
You hear that, buddy? Witness protection program right there.
No, we
right.
wouldn't.
I don't think he's gonna go for it.
Francis is trying to let him repent.
Yeah.
So Nolte's gonna walk over to him, and what is he wearing? Like,
What is he wearing? What'd you guys do to him? Did you guys strip him down?
No.
no,
I don't
well,
think
last
so.
time you guys
Still had
were
his
gathering
I-
ropes,
still
so that's
had
why I
his-
ask.
boots with his suicide pouch in it. So I'm going to take, so I'm going to go over and tap him on the shoulder,
Okay.
and I'm going to be like, it's okay. I'm going to kill you soon. And I'm going to cast light on his robes.
So it glows?
Yeah.
Oh. It wouldn't warm up or anything. So he would probably just
Nope.
look down and be like,
He's just wearing a bright light shirt, because I remembered he was a Heidi bastard the last time we fought him.
yes, they all were.
So now he's wearing an object that sheds light in a 20-foot radius.
He's glowing.
Yep.
Are there any dark patches in his clothes, like where items or hidden things might be?
So you do see some like spots that look like things could be hidden. Like some sewn in spots, like extra pockets, but doesn't seem that there's anything in them.
Nolte, that's a genius little trick there for searching people.
Thanks. You want to run? I'll give you a head start.
I wouldn't. You won't.
Why?
You'll just die tired, buddy. Just
He would do it. He would probably get up and just start running as soon as she says that.
oh.
I'm
there
going
you
to
go.
cast guiding
Turned.
bolt on him.
What?
I'm going to cast guiding bolt on him.
All right, go for it.
Can I hex him?
He only
too?
has one hit point. I mean,
Did we figure out how to contact the tier 2 people?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That's
Cool.
a 22 to hit.
yeah, I mean, he's not armored right now.
Did you just kill him?
Yes, he had one hit point, pretty
With
much.
12 hit points, yes, I did.
What? Wait, we
He
didn't
hits
even
the
get
ground.
we didn't
He's
get
still
him the
glowing, and
answers
now he's
for-
also shimmering from the guiding bolt. If someone wants advantage on, I mean,
On
he's already
attack
dead.
his
But
corpse. I mean,
I'm
he
not
was,
gonna attack his dead corpse. Like even Vic has lines.
he was bleeding.
Can I get a minute? I'm gonna.
Riley clearly got everything he could out of him alive. We aren't actually going to let this assassin go back and attempt to assassinate us later, are we?
He's a really
Apparently not.
bad assassin. He was not good at his vocation. He would have
Well,
been
and
fine.
now
Well,
he's
it
a
was only
really
his
bad
second
assassin.
job. I mean, he didn't have a lot of experience, you know?
He's kind of the Rudy Giuliani of assassins.
Well, the last thing we want is to let him go back and train up and come at us in 10 years when he's got a lot more experience.
All right, so he's dead now. So we're
Poor
how
Francis.
far from Black Rock Village are we?
You think you'll be there within probably another day or so? Or I'm sorry, you had already gotten on the road. You should be there by nightfall, for sure.
Riley's gonna walk over to the body and just place a hand on it.
Wait, before you do that, is there one who looks like they have more seniority? He was talking about markings on his robes.
So all the ones here do not look like they have any markings that you can identify.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead.
Okay, how's that work? I've
Uh,
only had a player use that once ever.
well, I'm going to.
You cannot escape this conversation.
I can.
Oh,
ask
I'm not
the
trying.
corpse-
I already knew he had that spell.
I'm going to ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including languages it knew.
Okay.
Answers are brief, cryptic, or repetitive. The corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if I'm hostile to it. The spell does not return the creature's soul to its body. It's only an animated spirit, thus the corpse can't learn new information.
Okay. So 5 questions.
I'm real sorry it had to go down like that, but where were you located? Where was your home base?
We were located everywhere.
Where was your home base?
Burlington.
When were you sent?
Last week.
How did you know where we were?
The scene. The murder scene.
Where's the nearest location of your order?
Black Rock Village.
Rest. I'm just going to like pull the rest of whatever I was animating him within. I'm just going to like actively pull out like a green mist from him into my fist and like then disperse it.
Cool.
That was cool, Riley. You haven't been able to do that before.
All right.
That was good. That was helpful.
We're gonna.
Should have just done that from the get-go.
Well, nice thing is when they're already dead, you don't have to pretend to be their friend. Well, what was the name of the town? Burlington.
Burlington.
Like
Burlington.
it's like the coat factory.
Yeah.
Paula says that every time.
Let's
Might have
let's
to
head
rename it.
Burlington. Head to Burlington. Get us some nice, affordable, economic coats.
Yeah.
Didn't he say that the closest place was in Black Rock?
That's where we just left.
No, it's
No,
where you're going.
That's where we're going.
Okay,
going.
yeah. Sorry, we
We're
left.
almost there.
Yeah. Well,
We
then
left Dale Village.
let's give them a little visit in Black Rock then.
Sure.
All right. All right.
And we are taking. We are able to salvage two of the robes.
Yes. And I think you were able to take as many daggers as there were people, but they're not the same as the one before. If you want those daggers.
Sure.
We will bring them in order to complete the ensemble.
Okay.
Accessories make the outfit.
Now, are you just leaving the bodies where they lie, or?
Well, we're going to pull them off into the tall grass so that they're not laying out on the road for the crows.
Yeah, well, the birds will give it away either way, but yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
and Francis, do you have any requirements for bodies? You don't have like a burial thing that you require, right?
I do not.
Okay. Well, that saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, Kat died several times, and we never tried to bury her.
Yeah. We perform the very solemn and sacred ceremony of dumping the bodies off the side of the road.
All right, awesome.
How far away are we from town?
Still a few hours. So you guys had woke up, had breakfast, were walking for a while. Then someone noticed, I don't remember who, but you noticed that you were being followed.
That was me, because I just mostly turned around and confronted them.
Yes. And they started shooting.
Yeah, pretty much. Is anybody injured?
Not significantly.
I feel a little bit more powerful after that fight for some reason.
All right. So you guys gather your stuff again. You get on the road, and it's getting sun's starting to set, and you notice you're close to the village because you arrive and you start to see a walled city, a lot bigger than you had been led to believe this area was, especially if you've never been here. As you approach the wall, you can see it's cracking. It's structurally questionable. You can see a portcullis that is rusted and seems to have had better days. Looking through the portcullis, there's a guard who appears to be a bit old, and he is struggling to raise the portcullis as he cranks the chain up. And you can hear the portcullis as he's cranking it up with the chain. As you enter Black Rock Village, it's quiet. There's not many people out and about. And you notice closer to the wall on the outskirts of this inner city, there are some farms that look to be in some decent shape, well maintained. And as you walk past those, you start to see scattered among the buildings, there's some spots that appear to have been where buildings once stood, but maybe they had been taken down due to maybe being abandoned or whatever. But now it's just empty lots where you can still see the outlines of buildings. You walk by a large temple of Medea, the goddess of earth, near the center of town. And in the center of town lies the remaining tavern and inn called the Stormy Mountain Tavern and Inn.
Kat, I do believe it is time for a drink.
We've earned it.
Yeah. Vic, you want a drink?
Oh, sure. I mean, doesn't seem like there's a whole heck of a lot else to do around here.
Yeah.
How big is this town?
So this probably at one point was a large city. But now it looks like maybe a shell of what it once was. A lot of the buildings, so the buildings are actually maintained well inside. Looks like they actually do a pretty good job of tearing down buildings that fall into disrepair. So there's a lot of empty spots scattered throughout this town.
And this is Black Rock Village, right?
Yes.
And being kind of a local, like, what's the general sense of like why did this city/town decline so hard?
The mining economy, and they're close to the mountains, so it hit them harder. You would probably know of legends of a lot of merchants not wanting to travel here because of the roads being dangerous that head into here on this side of the mountains.
Well, y'all, welcome to Black Rock Village. Seen better days. But folk here are good, hardworking people who've been sticking through hard times. So let's go spend some coin, buy some food, buy some drink, and figure out where we want to go from here. We're gonna have to find some murderous folks. So might as well rest up.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to at least talk about what we're gonna do next, and what we're thinking here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We take a rest.
So you guys walk into the tavern, and upon entering, straight ahead, you can see a bartender, a human man, slightly overweight, leaning against the bar. And to your right, you can see a bunch of tables. And I mean, it's almost at, like, I'd say 75% capacity in here. Looks like that at this time of night, maybe the town comes out and hangs out at the tavern. There's quite a few tables. And a variety of people, halflings, some gnomes, humans, dwarves, not very many elves, but a couple. There's a fireplace. Above the fireplace is a maul with a lightning bolt brandished on it. Probably can get the idea that maybe this tavern is named after that due to it being the Stormy Mountain Tavern. Yeah, where would you like to sit? If you wanted to sit closer to the bar, you can. You want to sit towards the back, you can.
I want to sit near that mall.
All right. There's a couple chairs next to the fireplace, and there is a table nearby, a few more feet away from that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd go sit at one of those, that open table, probably.
Okay.
Just seems like an interesting piece on the wall. Just,
Okay.
check it out a little bit.
Yeah, when you look at it, so it is a very nice mall. Silver, but has some steel to it. It's almost like the silver's just for decoration around like the handle, things like that. More for, again, decoration. You are drawn to this mall. It is, again, it's a very nice mall. It's a little bit tall or a little bit high, so it is out of reach. You couldn't just jump up and grab it, and it is standing vertical. So like the head of the mall is closer to the ceiling.
I feel like that description was like a challenge for Vic to see if she could steal it. I don't know why. I got that feeling.
That's kind of how it's feeling. But she's just going to sit at a good spot at that table so she can just, keep an eye on it. She's very interested.
All right. As you guys sit down, you see a halfling woman walk up, and she's got like a smock on, keeps her clothes clean. And she walks up and she says, "What can I get for you? I'm Rosie Sandfoot."
How you doing, Rosie?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, long day.
We don't get outsiders very often. It's nice to have you in our tavern.
It's good to be here. Look at Vic and Kat. You want to try the local? What's the best local brew you got?
Well, we got this grain, like it's that's what those guys are drinking. They always
Is it strong?
smell it. It's very strong. It's as
Yeah,
strong
we'll take 2 each.
2 each of the grain. Straight grain. 2. Anyone else? No.
Coffee.
Nope. I think
Coffee?
are just Vic, Cat, and Riley inside, or did everybody come?
So Nolte is definitely not inside. She has something else she'd like to do, but I wanted to wait until you guys all paused.
Okay. All right.
All right. And what would you have, shiny feller over here?
Is that a reference to me?
Yeah, you got this nice armor. I mean, your friends don't have nice armor.
Oh.
We don't need it. We're just
I usually get
naturally talented.
What's Riley in? What kind of armor do you wear? None?
Riley's wearing just like a jacket and a vest.
Yeah, I didn't
like,
think he wore armor either. Okay.
Yeah, he wears like a long coat and like a vest. He doesn't wear armor. There's some like leathery like bits to it that provide some protection, but most of his armor is magical.
Okay. So what would you like, shiny feller?
A strong cup of coffee, if you don't mind.
We need one big brown brew over here at this table. Any food? You can bring out some bread rolls.
Oh, yeah. We definitely need something to eat.
Got some bread rolls. You want some bread rolls?
And
We can
always
start with that. Just whatever you recommend.
Yep,
Yep.
I'll bring some bread rolls with some butter. And
Just
maybe we
keep the food coming.
yeah, we can get you some chicken.
that
You
sounds
guys
good.
look like you want
Great.
some good hearty chicken.
Yeah.
Savory.
Turkey legs.
Yeah.
Turkey
I'll take-
legs. Yes. Okay. Be right back. She comes back with your coffee and your guys' grain alcohol.
Great.
And and then she goes, if you need me, just holler. Just say Rosie Sandfoot and I'll be right here. And she walks
Will
to
do.
some of the other
Thanks,
tables.
Rosie. So, what are we thinking, guys, as far as what we want to do next?
Well, I think find the people that are trying to kill us probably is high on our list. 'Cause they're
Yeah, I
connected
mean,
to
but
the
like,
murder also.
yep. But how do we want to do that?
Well, I have to believe that I don't know, maybe a secretive organization of assassins doesn't have like a guild hall or some obvious place where they hang out. But
You mean a shiny sign with lights and all that stuff? I'm just kidding.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, I'm sure they don't have
a
that.
shiny sign with lights.
But maybe Rosie or the bartender would give us some indication of where we could go to connect with these guys, particularly if we let on that I don't know. I'm not sure how we go about convincing them to tell us that, but
That's a
we've got the daggers and we've got the robe, so we could flash one and ask him where he knows where our brothers are.
yeah. As Riley like if the drink has arrived, just gonna take a long like drink from it and be like, I have a pretty good system on this. I usually just let Nulty look at the stars and do whatever she tells me.
She's probably outside looking at stars now. In fact, what is Nolte doing right now since it is getting dark?
So she is not looking at the stars right now. She was really, I know. Well, the stars aren't bright enough to look at them yet. You got to wait till it's really good, bright stars to get the best information. Though she definitely plans on camping out where she can see the stars.
There's plenty of open lots that if you just plopped a tent down, probably wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what she's planning on doing tonight. It freaked her out the past couple of nights when they were sleeping in the inn. But what she is interested in the open lots, and you said there was a rundown temple, or
So it's actually a really large temple of Medea, the goddess of earth.
okay. And is that by the open lots?
So there's empty lots sprinkled throughout the whole town. I mean, pretty much anywhere in town you can find some. As for the temple, it's near the tavern. Tavern's dead, like pretty much dead center near this opening in the center of this whole city.
Okay.
And the temple's nearby. It's like a block away.
All right. And is there like a dark, shadowy corner or alley that I could duck into?
Oh, yeah. There's always alleys around a tavern.
Okay. So I'm going to duck into a dark, shadowy corner or
Okay.
alley. And I'm going to use my second wild shape for the short rest, which is why I wanted to do this before I went in and talked to people, because they refresh on a short rest.
Okay.
And I am going to turn into a large brown rabbit with a unicorn horn.
How large are we thinking? Like how tall?
Oh, it's a small beast, but it is a larger rabbit.
So like maybe 2.5 feet long or something?
Well, its horn is a foot long.
Oh. So a 2.5 foot with a 1 foot horn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. But kind of try to get it the same color brown as the dirt. Like,
yeah.
And then I can keep this up for several hours. And I want to go around and try to inconspicuously look around the outside of the tavern and the outside of the temple and through some of the empty lots and see if there are like hidden doors or secret writing or anything like that.
Wait, you're a rabbit with a huge unicorn horn and you want to be inconspicuous?
Yes.
I mean, like, I was wondering the same thing, but like, I was just gonna go with it.
It's her birthday. Yes. She'll be a rabbit with a unicorn horn if she wants. It's actually an animal in one of the books.
It is. It's a character in one of the books. It's an almirage. It's a real creature. In D&D.
Is that Tomb of Annihilation that has
it?
That?
Sure is. Yep.
Okay. I've seen people talk about it before.
Yeah, and I picked this one because I have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight or hearing. So I'm trying to like give myself a little bit of an animal buff to look at.
So I'll let you make 3 rolls. Make one at the tavern.
Yeah, and as I said, I'm looking for like secret doors, secret writing, or any indication that there are people passing through that look like it's more than it should be if it's like an abandoned lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so perception check with advantage. All right, that's an 18.
At the tavern. So around the back of the tavern, you see a door, a regular door, to the back of the tavern. When you go around the corner, you don't see anything weird here. I mean, there are some holes that maybe some mice get in and out of the tavern with. When you go around the corner, though, you do spot they have like a trash dump area, like a compost. And near it, you see a latch. It's about 3 feet. It's almost your height as a animal bunny. And it's about 3 feet tall and about 6 feet wide.
Okay. And it
does appear to be locked.
Okay. So like if I go over there, I couldn't like open it with my horn or anything.
No, it wouldn't push or pull. Correct.
Okay. So there is a latch that appears to be locked.
Yep. And then when you go over to the temple, make another roll.
Okay. 25.
Okay. Again, you see like little spots where maybe some mice or vermin of some sort can get in and out. There's some windows to what looks like a basement. But they don't appear to open in any way, shape, or form. They just kind of are like there and they're stained glass. And they kind of match some of the decor on the upper part of the building. And there is also a main door on the back. There's a door on the front that most people would use, and then there's a door on the back of this building as well.
Okay.
And then, make one more roll as you check a bunch of empty lots for anything that stands out.
Okay. That is a natural 20 for a total of 27.
Okay. So looking around some lots, you can tell that there are some that look like maybe have been some of the spots. There are some bricks set up, and maybe even the way some of the bushes have grown up, they've planned that you could like stay here. But it doesn't seem like there's any secret buildings or hideouts or anything, if that's what you're looking for. Like maybe like homeless people find a way to stay here without being bothered and things like that throughout the town in some of these spots.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will finish taking the rest of my 2 hours being a unicorn bunny. Just
it's only 2 hours for you?
I can do it 2 hours before I have to redo it, and I've already used one of them today.
Gotcha.
So I can do it because it's half my druid level rounded down. So 2 hours at a time, and then it refreshes on a short rest.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna spend the rest of my 2 hours being a unicorn bunny. And
After that, are you planning on joining up with the party, or are you just going to go set up camp? Okay.
No, I'm going to go join back with the party and talk to him. But I am absolutely not canceling my unicorn bunny early. I'm going to use that as much as possible.
Okay. So inside the tavern, you guys got your food, all that stuff. What is it over the course of the 2 hours before Nolte joins you that you guys think you want to do?
I think we're going to drink and eat a little bit, but mostly drink.
So if you keep drinking the grain, I mean, one
How
drink,
harsh
you're
is
probably going to be messed up. I'm just letting you know. Like right off the bat. And you said you're taking some big drinks.
We should probably try and talk to like the barkeep or the barmaid a little bit, right?
Over a couple drinks, I totally agree.
I know Francis had some ideas too that he had told you guys.
And he's drinking coffee, so it seems like
it's a long night coming.
Yeah, that's a good combo for us right now.
Okay. So the bartender does make his way over to you, I'm sorry, not the bartender. A dwarf walks up to you. Almost very shortly, like probably right after Francis is done talking about the plan with you guys, like, hey, maybe we should talk to the waitress and all this. This dwarf with a gaudy Mr. T gold necklace and rings on his hands that are gold with big gems and bracelets that are gold with gems in them and some flashy, really nice high-end clothes. And even a hat, a really big hat. And his beard is perfectly braided with gold barrettes in it and stuff that kind of hold it looking all nice. And he walks up and says, "Oh, let me introduce myself. You guys must not be from around here. I am Veben Rockclaw. I am the head of the Merchants Guild. So good to have outsiders here. Where do you come from? What brings you to our wonderful establishment here?"
I'm actually from around here.
Oh, where are you from, Riley? Sorry, where are you from, Guy?
Name's Riley. I'm from here. I'm from there. I've been all around the Black Rock, but I grew up here. And this grain though is it's a little harsh, but I like it.
Yeah, I would not drink that. I mean, I guess we'll find you in a bush somewhere tomorrow morning, but.
Oh, I'll be fine. As like he's already starting to sweat a little bit.
I don't know how you can stomach that. That hurts going down.
I mean, he's slept in a bush before, I'm sure. So should be.
I've had worse.
He turns to Vic. What weapons do you have on you at the moment, Vic, that he might be able to see?
I have a lot of things. I have 2 long swords, 2 hand axes, a javelin, and a crossbow. I have extra javelins as well.
Like 4?
In fact, I'm probably fairly close to that. You know, the picture that you see, the encumbrance picture, where they've run out of room to store their weapons.
I imagine like there's hand axes right here on her hips. There's like 2 long swords crossed on her back. And then like 4 javelins straight up over her head that are kind of clanking on the floor as she sits down.
Yep. That sounds about accurate.
And then you said a crossbow as well?
Yes.
That's probably on your hip as well. Okay. So he says, "Oh, you clearly love weapons. And let me just tell you, if you need some weapons, I can lead you to the right guy tomorrow if you're interested. First thing in the morning, I can take you straight there. How does that sound?"
I mean, I'm always interested in checking something out, but
we have the best weapons. You're gonna love it, I swear. Mwah.
Are you like the mayor?
No, I'm the head of the Merchants Guild.
Head of the Gert, yeah.
Oh yeah, right. That thing you said.
You bring
Yeah,
coin,
I mean,
I help you get all of the great things.
I would be interested in taking a look at some weapons tomorrow, perhaps.
Sounds good. So first thing in the morning, you'll meet me here.
Yeah, in the morning. First thing sometimes is a little rough, but let's go with just general morning.
Whenever you and your friends come, I take you. You'll love.
Okay,
The best.
perfect.
What businesses are active here, Vivian?
So the name is Veben, and I will happily anything you want. What are you looking for, sir?
I'm curious what commercial activity is prominent here in this village.
All of it. We have the best, the biggest, best economy.
Well, your city sounds very bright. I'm curious if you have difficulties with outcasts.
No. I mean, you guys, we don't kick anybody out. We don't outcast anyone. Not at all.
No. I'm asking. I'm just curious if you have any problems with outcasts.
No problems. Well, we do have a couple problems. I mean, you guys look kind of hardy and like you could handle some things. So east of town on the road, I mean, if you can handle this little itty bitty problem, I mean, I would happily compensate you for it. There's a guy that hangs out on the road, and well, he's heavily armored and
a Black Knight.
Kind of. Yes, you must know. This guy's been spotted on the East Road between Blackrock Village and Riverview. He rides this horse, a flaming horse, and we believe he's a former paladin named Lord Gregory. I haven't seen him in many years here, though. I mean,
is he troubling you or the town?
I mean, no, but a lot of people won't travel the road because of this issue. So, getting more trade, on the East Road is near impossible at this point.
And let me get this straight. He's on a flaming horse.
That's what they say.
Is that what you said?
That's what they say. I've never witnessed this.
Some sort of bear, perhaps.
Who is Lord Gregory?
He was once a paladin.
Was once, meaning years ago, or is
yes
my age?
Medea. He was a paladin to Medea. He was cast out of the church.
So are you proposing that he's died and come back, or are you proposing that he somehow acquired a flaming horse and is just stalking the trail?
Well, he disappeared sometime around then, and that's when this same thing was spotted, roughly around the same time. It's been a few years.
And why was he kicked out of the church?
I do not know. You would have to talk to someone over there about that.
That does sound like a problem.
If somehow we can get him off the road or wherever, I mean, we can open up trade again with that whole side of the country. It would do great things for our city. I mean, we're already great, but, we would be much greater. Especially when I become mayor.
Who's mayor today?
By any chance?
I'm sorry, guy in coat.
You angling for mayor by any chance?
Yes. In fact, this is going to be one of my big achievements I'm going to run on.
Have you tried talking to this Black Knight?
No, I've not been out there. Maybe you can do that for me. I'll compensate you. If you get him to leave.
Negotiating with that sort of entity seems like the sort of thing a prospective mayor might want to attempt.
I
like
do not
handle
think this sounds
personally.
Yeah,
like a
I
good
mean,
idea.
it sounds like a real leadership opportunity.
Do you want a part in my court? I could knight you.
No,
This is
no. That's hard no.
You could serve alongside me by negotiating for me. I
would
make you my
rather-
lawyer. I don't know. The shiny guy is probably a better lawyer, though.
Yeah, probably. Don't look, just and like Riley looks at his like third glass of grain empty and is just like, I haven't drank enough of this shit.
Roll a con save.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, that's over 20.
All right, so you're able to. You're okay from the sense of you're keeping everything down.
Mhm.
But you are definitely seeing double vision, like almost blackout drunk.
That's all right. I have 2 Elder Glass now at level 5. One for each of you.
You shiny guy, what did you say your name was?
My name is Francis.
Pleasure. You were trying to ask something before the guy in the coat over here said something.
Who is the mayor now? Who do you want to unseat?
Well, his name is Chance Wiseman.
What's why are you trying to take his place?
He's lazy. He just sits around and does nothing.
City seems to be doing pretty well.
I mean, that's because of me and the Merchants Guild. Without us, this city would crumble. You see the walls? That's his fault. I keep the city clean. Keeps trade.
I'm guessing he's been promising an infrastructure project for a few years now.
Yes, you are smart. The portcullis. He was going to replace that. I replace it with a bigger one.
It
2
has
times
no-
the size.
Won't that require some masonry work on the wall?
It will. And Crestwood will pay for it.
Seems like I mean, have you been having a lot of invasion problems? It doesn't seem like a useful project. It seems like there's more useful places for that money to go. Just,
We love it when outsiders come in legally.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. So,
I had no intention of this going this way.
So now we can't work for him.
yeah, I don't know. Mind.
He does continue. He says, we might have another little tiny problem. South from the Exenmore Pines, there's said to be a creature that attacks people traveling those roads. So again, we have very similar problem of trade not coming from the south either.
What kind of creature is attacking those roads? We've got like flaming wolves or something, or
So I don't know. I don't travel that way either. I pretty much stay here.
Yeah,
making
that's
sure things
obvious.
are good. I do the negotiations. I work very hard. I don't have time to do that. Lots of work. From what I know, anybody who's tried to travel here from Crestwood has basically ended up missing. It's only been the last couple months, but it's a problem.
Are there
Has
reports or anybody who's had a close call who can tell us if this is a giant, an elemental, a dragon? What's going on down there?
So there was supposed to be a caravan coming to meet me to negotiate setting up a store here. And I guess they had about 10 guards, and they never made it. And 10 guards is a lot for just a simple couple-day trek,
So, I mean, what kind of compensation are we talking about?
You bring me the head of whatever that creature is, and we will negotiate then.
I'm guessing it might be a
is.
very large rabbit with a horn that's causing your problems.
I mean, that sounds like a small problem, but I mean, if it's...
No, it's very ferocious.
Killer bunnies.
Bite your head off.
I mean, if the horn magical, I pay for that too.
Like farming.
Can you farm those? That sounds amazing.
I don't
Magical
know.
horns can make lots of money. I'll cut
Not
you
on
in.
this
Let's say we didn't want money though. Let's say we were looking for
The best
information.
items? Oh, information. We got information. What information you want?
I'm not saying for sure I'm looking for information. I'm just, making sure that this is not, necessarily just financial compensation.
I mean, yes, we can work something out, I'm sure. I don't know what information you want. I mean, I can't tell you I have it or not.
So when he says that, Vic will like slap Riley's arm and be like, he knows things.
Yeah, does he though? I don't know.
Hey, Riley, you see across the room, between a bunch of people standing up, you almost for a second see a very familiar humanoid shaped person walk between people with blue robes. But you lose sight of it after a second.
Oh. Yeah, why don't you Cat Vic Francis, you handle this guy. I gotta go get another drink. As Riley's going to just kind of get up and really quickly like wave to the bartender and be like, give me another one of them grains.
Give me a dex save
Okay.
as you try to keep your balance and not fall over in front of everybody.
That's a 19 on the dice.
So you are able to like get up and you wobble slightly, but you are like, I'm not as drunk as I thought. Like you feel pretty good. I mean, you're drunk, you are, but it's one of those things where like I could still walk if I had to.
Yeah, I mean this is familiar territory for Riley. He's like, all right, this sore wobble. I got 3-4 left in me. As he waves over and he's going to go seek kind of a quiet, secluded place.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a spot by the stairs to where the rooms probably are located. There's like a bench.
He's going to sit there sipping his drink and just say to the air, all right, what do you want?
And you hear in your head, you do not see anything, but you hear in your head almost like someone's using a spell to communicate with you. And it says, that man you cannot trust. If you handle anything on the Eastern Road, avoid it at all costs. It will be your life otherwise.
Thank you. Do you require anything of me?
If it gets dicey with anything on the Eastern Road that resembles what he was talking about, just make sure you run. If you want to take your friend Nolte and the others, that's fine. But again, just make sure you run. Do not strike him.
Yes, sir.
And you feel the telepathic link just stop.
Well, for once he and I are in accord. Fuck this new guy. As Riley is gonna come back, a little bit of a sway going on them and come back and sit down and catch up on where the conversation is at.
Okay. As he steps away, and Veben is still standing there, you guys probably see out of the corner of your eye, there's an older half-elf female who has made her way into the tavern at this point. She's got a pretty ornate bow on her back, and she makes her way to the corner where there's a very small table, only a couple chairs, and as she sees Veben, she just rolls her eyes. She clearly has some studded leather armor, and she does walk with a limp as well.
Does he react to her at all?
No, he's focused on just talking to you guys, like 100% focus, tunnel vision.
Hey, Juice, is Nolte back yet, or am I still being a rabbit?
At this point, you would probably be walking in as well. So you probably got there just after the half-elf woman.
Excellent. I'll find them and try to nonchalantly sit down at the table and look like I was here the whole time.
So as you do see this very decorated dwarven man with a hat and well-groomed beard and everything, who's just won't shut up. Keeps talking about himself, how great things are since he's become the head of the merchant guild. Talking about selling people like Francis new armor with his patron's logo on the front, offered shields and even a new holy symbol of gold.
Oh, he sounds super materialistic.
It's a pretty elaborate thing. So he also said there's some sort of mystery creature to the south, or there's a paladin on a flaming horse if we go east, I think.
I don't know. I think the stars were telling me to avoid a flaming horse.
Yeah, I think if we do anything, let's be clear, we have some business to take care of in town first.
Yeah, what are we gonna do there?
This gentleman can't just come up and tell us what to do.
Also, it sounds like you guys don't like him very much.
Not really. Is he still right here?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, hi, buddy. Well, I don't like you very much. Just as a FYI.
I don't understand. I come and show hospitality and try to help you find things that you might want or need for your journeys.
It kind of seems like you were just trying to further your own push to become mayor, and that we seemed like hopeful dupes in that we weren't from around here.
No, you're not hopeful dupes. You are from around here. You said so yourself.
Yeah, but you didn't know that when you came up here.
I mean, I've never seen you here.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever seen me here? No, you've never seen me here because you've never been here.
Can I use Mage Hand real quick to like tap him on the back like there's someone standing right behind him? Yeah.
He turns completely around and locks eyes with the half elf, and just you see him raise his hand and then turn back around. What? That was not funny. I don't understand.
What are you talking about?
Jokes.
Not funny.
What's up with the chick?
Yeah.
What about her? That's just Maglin Emlyn.
Girlfriend?
No, definitely.
Oh.
No,
He wishes.
never.
Oh, who is
right.
she?
She's very old.
What's the name? Maglin what?
Maglin Emlyn. She's not very nice.
Is she also a candidate for mayor?
No, she has no interest.
What's she do?
I think she's a retired adventurer.
Arrow in the knee.
Probably. That's probably
Yeah,
why she has a limp.
super
I don't
common.
know. Or something else.
She's
She's
a career ender.
not nice at
most
all.
places. If you don't got a cleric.
Yeah.
Hey, I take that personally.
Or Nolte.
Look, see, even you offend your own friends. I don't understand, like, why you don't like me. I try to be nice.
Well, look.
Spare me the whereabouts, buddy.
We'll maybe see you in the morning and look at some of these weapons, but maybe give us a chance to finish
We
the
have
rest of our
potions.
dinner.
I can get you potions, healing.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but like still eating. So.
All right. Well, we'll be
What
around.
what sort of footwear is our buddy here wearing?
Some very nice slip-on shoes.
Oh, that's disappointing. I can't use mage hand to tie his shoelaces together.
I was wondering why you were gonna ask about his footwear.
He walks away and he goes up to the bar and just kind of sits there and starts drinking. And you keep seeing him look towards the door to see if anybody else maybe walks in.
So, are we thinking about going to sleep soon, guys? Are you getting a room?
Nolte, what exactly were you doing outside? I figured you were communing with the stars.
No, it was too early to commune with the stars. I was being a bunny.
Oh, that. How's that?
It was actually very interesting. Maybe we could go get a room and talk about it some.
I mean,
clearly it makes her happy.
I see what you did there.
Are we gonna talk
unlike that, I'm gonna actually stab you with my horn next time.
Well,
are we gonna try and talk to like the barkeep or something? Should we do that tonight, or should we wait and just try and catch some rest first?
I mean,
I'd like
you
to
all
talk to
look pretty
Maglin
wasted. Why weren't you talking to people instead of drinking?
I was clearly talking. Did I not tell you about the mystery creature and the flaming horse?
Yeah.
Yep, I found out things.
You've met Riley before, so you know what he was doing. I'd like to talk to Maglin. So, is she at the bar?
No, she's sitting at a table in the back of the room that only has 2 other chairs. It's kind of in a darker area. She clearly does not want to socialize as she's in the back.
Yeah, I still want to go talk to her.
Okay, go for it. So, anyone else going over there with Francis?
No, I'm gonna sit here and keep drinking my whichever drink number I'm on.
You and Riley are probably pretty drunk. You're probably like 4 or 5 in. It's been 2 hours, so.
I think Vic is gonna stay here, but she's
Kat.
gonna keep an eye on Francis to make sure he doesn't get in trouble.
Perfect.
I got a 19 for my con save.
Oh, so yeah, you're in the same exact boat as Riley.
15.
You're fine. Yeah, you guys are good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking a short rest.
Well, I would say you could have done so even though you were searching outside. So you've already done your short. So however you want to handle that is cool.
Oh, score.
So Vic and Francis walk over to the half elf.
No, I'm gonna stay at this table, but
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
Gotcha.
You know,
Okay.
just in case she like tries to beat him up or something.
Yep. So Francis walks over, and
Okay, so I am going to, on my way over, I'm going to pause. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to try to pretend to be not such a stickler, and try to be actually friendly and maybe even something verging on charming. For just a very, very short period of time. It takes a lot of energy, but I am going to go over to her, and I'm going to excuse myself and say, it appears that you're probably not looking for company, so I'll make this quick. I'll introduce myself, and I'll tell her that we're just arrived in town and are trying to get our bearings. We've met Vivin, much to our I guess a surprise, and wanted to get a little bit more perspective on what's going on in this town, and she seems to be the right person that somebody new in town would want to talk to, somebody who's no nonsense and cut straight to the point.
So, I don't really want to talk. Veben does all the talking in here that anybody needs. And clearly he spent quite a bit of time with you guys, because he walked away pretty willingly, and he doesn't do that until he's talked at least for an hour, hour and a half.
Well, I did see how you reacted to him when you saw him, and it was very similar to my reaction. We indulged him, and we listened to him because we don't know any better. But you seem to have a much more realistic perspective.
Well, yeah, he's a salesman, con man, Now he's good for his debts. I mean, if he says he's going to pay up, he pays up. But yeah, there's always something for him to gain out of it, for sure.
Is he somebody who we should be listening to, or is he an ally, or is he somebody who's trustworthy, or is he somebody we should be a little hesitant to?
Well, he always, like I said, he always honors his debts, but I wouldn't get too close to him per se. I don't trust him. I haven't been burned by him, but I've heard of people being burned on business deals with him. There's always some kind of technicality he catches you on.
And I know I don't want to ruin your evening, and I don't want to occupy your time. But do you know what's going on the east and the south road?
I've heard of things on the Eastern Road. That's been going on for quite a while. I'm sure he told you he would pay you to take care of the Night Rider, as we're calling him around here.
How come nobody is taking care of him?
I mean, have you seen our guards in town? Hardly spring chickens,
We did.
I mean, even myself, I'm getting up there in age.
And my last question for you, Magdalene, and I appreciate the time you've given me. We seem to have had an unpleasant encounter with perhaps somebody, an organization called the Outcasts. Ever heard of them?
That name does not ring a bell.
They're a bit of a shadowy organization.
What do you mean by shadowy?
More clandestine than you would typically. They try to stay out of sight. They try to,
like,
I think,
spies?
move without detection, something like that. And we seem to be followed. I think they're following us, and we're trying to get ahead of them.
Yeah, that sounds like a tough one. Sounds like maybe someone has a hit on you. I've heard of assassins, but I mean, I don't know of any organizations necessarily of them. That's
You
not
seen
really
anybody
my specialty.
anybody else in town that you don't recognize, that, like us, who probably shouldn't be here and doesn't belong?
There has been a skeletal figure in blue robes the last few days that people have seen, but when confronted, he basically vanishes. I have not seen him. That's just what some of the drunks have said.
How long has that been taking?
Only
How
a
long
few
has that
days,
been?
maybe 2-3 days.
Any other reports on the skeletal figure?
From
people see him and he disappears?
Yeah, from the descriptions, it almost sounds like maybe a lich has been seen in the streets.
Well, those are pretty frightening words. You say them very easily and very casually.
Yes. I don't believe it. I mean, if there was a lich in town, we would all be screwed at this point. In my younger days, I probably could have put up a fight, but now not so much. And without my old companions.
Well, I think, Magdalene, we're going to be staying here for a few days. If you hear or see anything that you find troubling, we would certainly appreciate maybe a quick conversation or just letting us know. We do try to help those that we encounter to the best of our ability, and to do right by those who who we encounter, but by the same token, we also have some other business to attend to, and so I'll
Sure.
leave you to your evening.
One more thing. The mountains to the south are plentiful, but just south of Crestwood and west of the Lake of Sorrows, there's some caves. Many years ago, me and my companions were searching there very early in our days adventuring. We never found it, but there's a bow of true strike. It's kind of become my bucket list item. Should you guys retrieve that at any point, I would love it if you could bring it by. I would gladly pay for it, possibly even trade other items for it.
Said to the caves to the south?
Yes. When you go in there, there are underground elven and dwarven ruins. Great clans perished many years ago there. There was an elven city underground and a dwarven city underground that are on both sides of the river that flows into that lake.
All right. Well, we will if we encounter it, we'll let you know.
Thank you very much. There's also other powerful artifacts there, but with powerful artifacts come usually powerful adversaries.
Understood.
Excellent. Thank you for
All right.
keeping it
I will
brief.
just go and report back to the group what Maglin shared, and to suggest that two out of three opportunities seem to lie to the south. So maybe we can hang out here for a few days, keep an eye on things, and maybe venture south if we have some extra time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
I'm with that.
All right. So let's take a 5-minute break. We're at about the halfway point. So, and then everyone can fill up their water, wine, grain alcohol, whatever you're drinking.
All of the above.
All right. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. All right, we're back. So yeah, so all of that information just happened. What are you guys doing at the tables? Still drinking?
I think we need to get Riley to bed.
What? I've not yet begun to.
He's like, I haven't started gambling yet.
Yeah, we haven't even started playing cards yet. I mean,
Ooh,
like,
do you
the night
remember
is
what
young.
happened the last time you started gambling?
Yeah, I won 1,000 gold.
Riley,
I mean,
Went
this
really
place
well.
doesn't really look like it's your speed in terms of gambling.
That is an excellent point. This is a low stakes kind of room.
It is.
I don't want to cause any trouble around here. These are good folks. I'm not going to take their money.
I mean, we should absolutely take your money, but don't let them know we're doing it through gambling.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a room or something?
Don't think we went that far.
yeah, we
Good
didn't.
drinks.
We were just like one track mind.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I mean, I had scoped out a campsite, but I know Riley prefers not to do that when possible.
I like my bed being within stumbling distance of the bar.
Let's call up Rosie.
Rosie will know what to do.
Oh, howdy, y'all. How's everything going? You guys killed that food.
Yep.
And
What'll
it
it
was good
be?
though.
We need to think about a soft bed and maybe even a bath. Got any? What kind of accommodations can we get around here?
Oh, yeah, we can definitely help you guys out with that. Are you all sleeping separate rooms, or sharing?
I think we need 4.
Yep.
4 rooms? There's 5 of you. Who's sharing?
I am.
One is not allowed inside.
Rosie looks at Vic. I don't think that's very nice of them to say that about you.
She's not housebroken.
What? I thought I was getting a room, guys.
Vic, you're getting a room, dear. I
okay.
prefer to camp out.
Oh, yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
What kind of rooms do you have?
We have some fine rooms. We can get you a bath going. I mean, we got fresh pillows, blankets. We got it all.
Sounds great.
All right, how much is that going to run us?
Oh,
Fair.
just 2 silver each.
All right.
And we don't discourage tips around here.
You know, it's actually quite rude to ask for that.
I was just letting you know the customs. We just don't discourage it. That's all. You do what you want with your money. But I mean, you're not even getting a room, so don't worry. It's okay.
How much you say the room was?
2 silver each.
Oh, 2 silver each.
So that's a gold for.
It's not.
Yeah, that's a gold. Slide a gold across the table.
Well, thank you, honey.
Oh, because there's 4 of us. Yeah, you're right.
No, it's not. It's definitely only 8 silver.
No, you're right. I was still thinking 5. I was still giving you
It's
a
called a
room.
tip. It's a polite thing to do when somebody has
Customary.
performed their job well and are getting are not getting a fair wage.
And we don't want to stiff people either and go below at least like a minimum, 20% threshold. Like, right?
Riley, why don't you
Good
give
call.
me tips when I do my job well?
Because we're in the same group and we actually make the money. It's the people that we work for collectively that should be tipping us. We're also kind of independent contractors. We negotiate. It's complicated. There's a lot of norms in play here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you handle the money.
Yeah, it's like a cultural norm thing. But there's your gold, honey.
Thank you. Well, she already took it, and she's already brought
Yeah.
back your keys. She actually brings back 5 keys, and she does slide it to Nolte, and she says, just in case you change your mind, we got a nice room for you, too.
I
It has a
don't.
balcony.
Oh, a balcony sounds nice. I mean, I suppose. And I'm going to fish around in my pouch and pull out 3 silver and hand it to her.
Oh, thank you so much, honey. You didn't have to do that.
That was the right amount, right, Riley?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That
You
was
did
sweet.
good.
Okay.
She pockets it.
I can, and Nolte has this big I can do people smile. Like, I can do it.
Rosie gives a thumbs up to the half elf woman in the back of the room and then turns around and she's like, Veben, I like those people over there.
You should get us another round.
She
We
brings
can
another
go to
round.
bed. Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't leave
It's
food
one more
drinks on the
drink and then we
table.
go to bed. It's
Yeah.
What,
Yeah,
Kat?
I mean, at this point, like we've had like 3. I mean, if I've had 3, I've assumed you've had more.
Yeah, it's been like 3 hours. Whatever you can
Vic's
drink.
getting kind of tired, so
Riley.
thinking about.
I already said I
turning
wasn't
in.
going to play cards tonight, so you know I'm going to keep it under control.
I have important things to tell you, and I need you to be sober enough to remember them in the morning.
That's no problem.
Okay. All right.
Do I believe him?
It's just a tavern. What kind of trouble could he get into? So Vic, Francis, and Nolte definitely want to sleep, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Nolte wants to go up and talk to people because she has very important things to tell them.
Tell you what, Nolte, I'll bring my drink with me to the room.
Okay. My room or your room?
I mean, your room. It's got the balcony.
Okay.
Do you all want to meet up or just those two?
We get to know the cool things that Nolte's gonna tell.
I mean, you don't know yet. I
I know,
haven't
but-
told you.
I'll bring my drink too.
I'm
just like following.
Hey, Kat, if they're not looking, grab the bottle.
Gotcha.
I am going to my room.
So Francis goes to his room and sleeps. Probably before anybody else
Yeah.
comes upstairs. Vic,
Vic's
are you
going
going
to
with the
sleep
group?
too.
Okay,
Nope,
Vic
she's
goes to her
going to
room,
sleep too.
crashes. Riley and Kat, of course, are staying up. And then Nolte gets them to come up to her balcony room.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I was doing a little bit of rabbiting around, and
Rabbit it on me, sir.
and there was a sort of peculiar door in the back of this inn. It was hidden behind the garbage. I mean, maybe that's a people thing. Riley, is that a people thing?
Garbage doors. Not really.
Okay. I mean, I knew we were looking for assassins, so I thought maybe they would be somewhere, and a garbage door seemed like it might be where they were. But I don't know. I couldn't smell anything because of the garbage. Because I actually smell pretty decent as a rabbit,
You
but
should
the
play in our
garbage.
Pathfinder game. You could smell a lot of things.
Yeah,
We have a character who stinks all the time.
I don't think that would actually help with the smelling. I think that would be worse with the smelling.
Colin's character perpetually stinks.
I was
'cause he's
about to
decaying.
ask if it was Colin.
Yeah, his character's decaying.
Well, you see, Francis is kind of already passed out, so maybe we should investigate this door tomorrow morning. Because
Well,
I
why
also feel like if we're gonna catch an Assassin's Guild off guard, it's like in the morning. They're probably night owls like us.
I'm not an owl. I'm not allowed to be an owl yet. I have to be more powerful before I can be an owl.
The metaphor,
Oh.
that's all right.
For what?
Like, never mind.
It's a metaphor for being a bird?
No, how about we all get some sleep? We check out this door. Hopefully nothing comes in the night to try to kill us, though. I feel like,
Maybe we shouldn't sleep in the place where the assassins are?
I mean, is this where the assassins are? We're not sure.
No, but this is where the garbage door is.
You make a compelling case, as drunk Riley is just like, maybe we should go check it out right now.
I think we should. Let's go wake Francis up.
He's grumpy when we wake him up. I think we
Cat,
should
Vic, you want to
check
go?
it out.
You want to go pick a fight?
Vic's in bed.
Vic's in bed. We
let's
should
go-
go wake her up
Let's
too.
go wake up Vic. Vic always wants to fight.
So Vic, when
It'd be
you
bad
got
if
to
we
your
wake her
room
up for a
though,
garbage door.
Vic, when you got to your room, because you said your character was drinking too, correct?
Yes, I said I had approximately 3 beverages.
Yep. So, when you were walking up to your room, you probably didn't notice it. But while you were laying there on the bed, all awkward like you do, you reached down and noticed your hand axes were not on your hips anymore.
Vic doesn't like that at all.
As you notice that, you hear some knocking on your door from multiple hands.
I'll go and answer the door.
2 drunks and a druid stumble into your room.
Vic.
Man,
Vic.
Sure.
This is
There's a
probably not a
garbage
safe
door.
place to sleep.
Vic,
Guys.
there's a garbage door and we're gonna go fight them. You gotta come with us.
look, okay, so first of all, somebody took my axes. Somebody,
Probably
in
the
that
assassins.
room.
We should go fuck
Probably
them
the
up right now.
assassins.
somebody down there took them. Wait, no. Why are we going in a garbage door?
Because we think that's where the assassins are.
It's definitely where the assassins are and not like a garbage chute.
Very shady.
It was
Why?
way too big to be a garbage chute, and it was locked. 2 locks a garbage chute.
That's fair. It's definitely the assassins.
I mean, I don't have a good explanation for why it's locked either, but
Well,
I
then
mean,
we
I
can
guess
go.
so that I don't put the dead bodies that I'm about to kill down in this tavern for taking my axes down the garbage chute.
Yep.
That's
I like
why
where
it's
your head's at.
locked.
I like this, Vic.
Look,
Get yourself.
Should we go? Should
We're
we
gonna
wake
go-
Francis up?
we're gonna
let's get 'em.
find who took my axes, then we'll look in the garbage chute. Where's Francis?
He's asleep still. We haven't woken him up yet. We figured we'd get you first.
Yeah.
I can't give you axes. I could make you magic stones if you'd like.
Nope. Dude, I got it covered. I got lots of other options, but all I'm saying is that
We
one of those
absolutely need to get those
axes-
axes back.
yeah, one of those axes was from my sister. The other one, Kat and I found on our first hunting trip. I mean, like, that sucker, it was just like laying out there.
That's
for
emotional
anybody to
value
take.
right there.
Yes.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
what I'm telling you.
Sentimental value.
so
These are important to me.
Yeah.
So Vic, I can't do it now, but if we don't find your axes in the garbage store tomorrow, I can have a spell to find your axes.
Well, I mean, first, I think I should at least walk down to the tavern and make sure I don't see them.
Right. Make sure you didn't leave them on your chair.
You know?
Absolutely. But if that doesn't work, and if they're not inside the garbage door with the assassins, tomorrow I will help you find them.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be in the garbage door. Guys, I'm not saying I'm the smartest person ever, but I'm just saying, like, the garbage door seems questionable. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't think I could sleep here if we didn't check out the garbage
That's
door. What
exactly
if assassins came in
it
the
being
middle of the
questionable.
night?
Yeah, that's exactly why we want to check it out, is because it's questionable.
All right. Okay.
Francis!
Let's get Francis and let's go get my axes.
I want to run. I want to run down the hall and bang on his door loudly.
So Francis, you're passed out, and you all of a sudden hear your name from the hallway, Francis, and you hear a bunch of footsteps coming down the hall, and then you hear on the door.
All right. Well, I certainly grab my warhammer and I go and I swing the door open.
Oh,
Whoa.
excellent! Excellent, you're armed. Let's go.
Wait.
Let's go,
Right.
Francis.
Wait,
He's not
what?
wearing any armor. He's probably in a muumuu.
So here's the thing, Francis.
No, I'm in a
Somebody-
nightshirt.
Nice
I've had
shirt.
my bath.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you came to your room. I told everybody that we needed to have a meeting about it. Very important things. There is a garbage door with assassins in this tavern, and Vic lost your axes.
I did not lose them. They were deliberately taken from me at some unknown point in time.
Probably by garbage door assassins.
Definitely not
Makes
the
sense.
merchant we missed. What?
Hey, Kat. I know I've been talking smack about dwarves in chat all night, but I think you and I just need to form a new group. Like, let's just-
I'm totally down with the garbage door plan. So put the pants on. Let's go.
all right, I'm gonna. All right, somebody has to supervise and make sure these guys don't get into too much trouble. So I'm gonna say, just calm down, take a deep breath. Let me get my mail on.
How long does that take?
Like 10 minutes
Like-
or something? No.
7 minutes if you help me.
Okay, but not with your pants part.
Okay. I'll deal with the breeches. All right, so I'm gonna put my armor on and then accompany them to the so-called garbage door, of which I am very skeptical and still a little annoyed.
So all of you make your way down the stairs. I imagine all your weapons are drawn and your shields too as you come down the stairs. And
Yes.
people in the tavern look at you guys like, what?
How's it going?
It's almost like
So
being at a
I
hotel
wanna-
where there's a cosplay convention and like all the normal people watch as the convention people come down the escalator.
I do want to scan the room in the tavern to make sure I don't see any of my axes.
Yeah, give me a perception check. At disadvantage because you're drunk.
Can I assist her?
You could look too, yeah. It'd be a separate
Or-
thing.
Oh,
than I think.
okay.
You're at disadvantage too because you don't actually remember
Oh!
what they look like.
Oh, you're not even gonna believe me. There,
Yeah?
look at that.
Oh.
You're not gonna see it because of the background.
Let me guess, you rolled a natural 1.
No, I rolled 2 20s.
No!
I've never done that before. Look at that.
Just yo.
Okay.
And you
So that
blew it
makes
on
my-
this roll?
I know.
So you see
That makes it a 23. I will see that axe.
you
Thank
see
you.
a guy who's like in some brown leather like hide armor, who's got like a short sword on his hip, holding these axes, 2 of them, by the hole in the head of it. And he's like going around, it looks like he's trying to sell it to people in the bar.
Okay. Is he walking around the bar or is he sitting down?
So his back is actually to you, so he doesn't see you. He looks like he's a human.
So I will walk up
And he's up
behind
at
him.
the bar. Mhm.
Okay, I will walk up behind him and I will tap him on the shoulder.
He turns around and is like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
I believe you are trying to sell my axes there.
He holds his empty hand up. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I clearly saw you holding on to my axes.
Oh,
Just a
these aren't
second
yours.
ago. Oh,
These are mine. I've had these for a long time.
oh, no. No, those are absolutely mine. You see that nick on there? On the bottom there?
Yeah, I got that when I was hitting the bricks outside one day. I was really angry. I was like, "Ah."
Oh, yeah, you're so full of crap. Okay, just give them back to me before something bad happens.
I tell you what, I sell both to you for 10 gold.
No, you give both to me. I don't decapitate you. That's how this transaction
That
works.
doesn't like, come on. No, these are mine, really. 10 gold. Okay, fine. You drive a hard bargain. 8 gold. Here you go. 8 gold.
No, 0 gold pieces.
No, you don't
0.
understand. 6 gold. Here, 6 gold.
No, you are going to give me my axes back. This is the last time that I'm going to ask for them back.
What
I'm
do you
gonna,
not
I'm
understand?
gonna lean. I'm
I
gonna
make
lean
an
in and
intimidation
say,
check?
I suggest you do it. She's drunk, way bigger than you, and really
true.
irritated. So you can try to cut a deal, or you can let her have her way with you. But I would
Francis,
suggest.
why are you
listen.
bothering to talk to a dead man?
Vic, make your intimidation check. As you're doing that, he says, Don't you understand? Possession is 10/10 of the law.
I'm going to cast guidance on her
All right.
while she's doing this.
Give us a double
give
once.
me,
Double once.
So you get to you get to roll
D4.
a d4 and add it to your roll.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, nice. So that gives me a 19.
Okay. So he is intimidated. And based on what you said, he actually is going to swing both axes at you. Roll initiative.
All of us?
Sure.
That's an 8.
Okay.
16.
Let me jot my stuff down real quick. Okay. All right. What did Kat get?
16.
16. What did Vic get?
An 8.
Oh, an 8. I thought you were going to say 18. What did Riley get?
24.
24. Francis?
18.
And Nolte?
5.
So I had 24. What did Nolte have? I'm sorry, 5 you said?
Yes, indeed.
All right, so you're last. Okay, so he's going to attack Vic twice with these axes. They're 1d6, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Does a 16 and a 17 hit?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah, I'm a 16, yeah.
Gotcha. So each one hits you for a total of 13 points of damage. He then disengages and runs 30 feet towards the back of the room by the kitchen.
Disengage is a bonus action? That's impressive.
Thieves are impressive.
Oh.
It's almost like they're rogues in disguise. No.
So disengaging from me, I still get an attack of well, I guess I haven't attacked him yet.
You have
But
not.
disengage doesn't affect me.
Oh,
Like
it
I
doesn't?
still get I still get opportunity attacks even if somebody disengages.
Yeah?
Nice.
Do they have to attack first? You read it, or you said it like they did. What's it say? Read the ability. I'm just curious.
Hold on.
Is it the ancestry thing?
It's
Ancestral
yeah, it just
guardian
says
or something?
creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you even if they take the disengage action.
Okay, so attack.
Okay.
You can attack him.
Oh, that for sure hit. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 7 points of damage. And because I hit him, he can not
Move.
finish the remainder of his movement.
Oh, okay. So he tries to move, and you can tell he's trying to bolt for the kitchen. But you hit him. What would you hit him with?
So Vic, knowing that he was going to bolt off, pulled out her long sword quickly and kind of slices him across the back as he's running away.
Okay. So I imagine his reaction is almost like if you were to smack somebody who's been in a pool barehanded on their back as hard as you can. And so he's like, oh, and he turns around and he's still holding the axes. And yeah, you slice his back and there's some blood trickling. It is now Riley's turn. You had 24 too, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, he tried to run, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And he attacked first.
He did. I'm gonna need a Constitution 15 saving throw from this fellow.
Oh. So at this point, everyone in the bar has noticed what's happening and has stepped back, except for a couple other guys who are also in hide armor. He failed, by the way.
He is blinded.
Oh.
as I cast blindness, deafness on him.
This
And
is not
as a
gonna
little
go well
bonus
for him.
action, I'm going to throw a hex on him just to be sure.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
Just to be sure.
Okay. Okay. Next up would be Francis. So you see, as the crowd steps back, there's 5 other guys who are not stepping down, who also have hide armor. They look very similar to this guy.
Okay, then I think I am going to go with. I think I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians, and to whip up a bit of a tornado around me.
Ooh. Are you sure?
Well, I think I can designate any number of creatures that I see that will be unaffected. So the only ones who I want to be affected are the bad guys.
Okay.
The 5+1.
Okay. So you're assuming those 6. Okay. Works
Correct.
for me.
And
then saves.
Yeah, and then so how many? So I guess where are these relative? Where are these other 5 relative to the pickpocket?
So they're probably all within, I'd say, 15 feet, but spaced out a little.
All right. Well, this is a 15-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume it would catch them all.
Yeah, you'd have to run up in between them probably. Or
okay. Well, then that's what I will do, and it's a Wisdom save.
Okay.
And they all have half speed movement.
The blinded guy rolled a 19. 14. 18. Okay. And does a 14 make it? What number did they have to beat?
It's a Wisdom save, but it's against 16.
Okay, so it looks like only 2 made it. So yes, they take half damage, right?
All right, so they take 9, and the other one takes 18.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta think. 18. Okay. All right. With that, it is Cat's turn.
All right. So the one guy, is he just blind or is he blind and deaf?
He's just blind.
Just blind. Okay.
You can probably tell he's blind too, because he's probably like blinking his eyes, opening them real big, like trying to like shake it off.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my short sword and I'm gonna give them an opportunity. I'll be like, you guys didn't just give my friend back her axes. We got stuff to do. Just go home and give her back her axes.
As you say it, the one guy who's holding them doesn't react. The other ones are like, we didn't take anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
All right. Fine then, be that way. And I'm gonna attack the guy who doesn't give the axes back, so it's clearly his fault. With my short sword.
Okay.
And that's 17.
That hits barely.
Ooh.
By the way, you have advantage, so if you want to roll again and hope for a crit, you can.
Nope, definitely not. So that's a good 17, and that was 8 points of damage. And then I now have 2 attacks, so I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. We have advantage on those 2.
24.
Hits.
And that is another 8 points of damage.
Yikes. Okay.
And then I'm going to do an unarmed strike. So I'm going to punch him with 17.
Hits.
That one is 4 points of damage.
Yikes. So he is still standing, but you slice him open twice, kick him in the face. His nose is bleeding. Like he's rough. And he's now holding his axes in front of him, like trying to like block what he can't see.
Just gave the axes back.
It is now Vic's turn.
So seeing that this guy is still standing, makes Vic very upset. So I will go ahead and use my bonus action to rage, and then I will attack him, twice.
Okay.
Do those ones also get advantage?
Yeah, he can't see. So if someone can't see, they're at disadvantage.
Okay, so I have a 17 and I have a 22.
Yep.
Okay. That is 20 points of damage.
So he had 6 left. I mean, do you want to explain what you do to him? You probably killed him on the first hit, but
so Vic just screams. Like, you can tell she has had it. She wants her stuff back, and she is angry, and she takes both of her swords, one on either side of his head, and just slices as his neck seems to detach from his shoulders. And as his body is falling, she grabs her axes, and she'll turn around afterwards, almost like she's just gonna walk away now.
Okay. So Francis, what do the tornado of things look like? What are those?
Well, they're like angelic spirits that are whipping around me and tearing at the other presumably bad guys who are in the room and wearing hide armor.
Love it. Okay. So you see a spirit come through and knock the rest of the head over off the blade. And Nolte, it is your turn if you want to do something.
I do. I'm going to look at Riley and go, are we being impressive now?
I mean, that was pretty decisive.
Excellent. Juce, how big is the room we're in?
So this is a large tavern. This was once built for a larger population.
Okay.
All the spectators have stepped back. They're probably 20 feet back against like the back wall, and most of them cleared the bar. The only one that's near the bar is the barkeep. You see Rosie actually at the end of the bar, ducking down behind.
So what you're telling me is it's a big room, and all the spectators have gotten out of range, and only the bad guys are still standing.
Possibly. I would say you have room to your right and left of a 20-foot area, and then front to back like about 30 feet.
Okay.
Like from like straight ahead where you're looking.
So Nolte's gonna reach out, and static electricity is gonna start to spark off of her hair and her fingers, and a cloud is going to materialize in the ceiling of the or under the ceiling of the tavern, and I am going to cast Call Lightning. Is there a 5-foot square that is next to multiple bad guys but not next to any of my friends or spectators?
There's a 5-foot square with one guy. They are kind of spread out because originally they were dispersed among the crowd.
Okay. It could get it. I pick a point and it's creatures within 5 feet of that point. Is there any point that has multiple of them within 5 feet?
Yeah. So yes, you could hit 2, definitely, for sure.
Okay. So I'm going to pick a point that is within 5 feet of 2 of them, but not
Okay.
within 5 feet of any of my friends or any of the spectators, and call down a bolt of lightning from the cloud. And they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
First one is a 10, so he fails.
Okay.
Second
15.
one is a 13.
Okay, so those both fail.
Okay.
And they both take 15 lightning damage.
How much? 15?
15.
Okay, so one drops. The small one, there's actually a shorter one. He's about 5'4", and he gets zapped and just drops like a limp. The other one gets zapped and like drops to a knee, but he's still okay, and then he stands right back up.
And Nolte's going to keep concentrating on her spell because I can keep this cloud and keep calling lightning, and she's just going to turn to look at them and go, "It's not nice to take other people's stuff."
Nice. So it's their turn. The one that just got zapped is going to step forward and attack Francis. And that is a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong die. So that's even better. So anyways, that does 10 points of damage to Francis. So you have to make a con save to hold your concentration, and it's either 10 or half the damage, whichever is more. So a 10 you have to beat.
All right. Well, I did not.
So your
'cause I
spirit
rolled a
guardians
1.
goes away.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying. That was first time I got to use that spell, and it was prematurely cut short. So now I'm a little annoyed.
The second guy, so there's 4 left. Another one steps up and attacks Francis. That's a 26 to hit.
That misses. Wait, I'm gonna. Can I thunderously rebuke that last guy?
You can, yes.
Okay, so give him a dex save. He can take half.
Okay.
7.
He fails.
7 points.
Okay. So you zap him. So he's been electrocuted twice. But he's barely hanging on. In fact, you can see like you blew the blood vessels in his eyes. Like he's rough. And he's bleeding from your spirit guardians before, scratching him and lashing out at him and zapping him. Now the second guy moves up and does stab at you again for max damage of 10. So you take 10 more points of damage. One guy is going to move up on Nolte, and another one's going to move up on...
Can I use that? No, I guess I can only... No, it's only...
use it
I can only
once.
use that once.
Yeah, once per round, I think,
Yep.
right? So one's going to run up on Nolte.
Yep.
That is a 21. I'm rolling really well. It's 14 on the die. For 9 points of damage. Wow.
Okay.
And then the last one is going to run up on Kat, who did her flurry of craziness. And he's going to probably miss with a 14.
Misses, yep.
Okay. They are all going to then use the disengage action and move back the rest of their movement. So 2 of them get to the kitchen doors. The other 2 do not. They get to the end of the bar by Rosie.
Wait, does that... Oh, that doesn't...
They use the disengage action. So because they're rogues, we'll say, they get a bonus action to disengage. They could have attacked you twice, but they chose to use a disengage and move.
Yes. Bottleneck up at the door.
There are innocents in that area, though. There's Veben who's standing there, and there's a couple other normals over there. We'll call them normies.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Riley's turn.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to transfer my hex to which one has been hit?
All of them technically by this the spirit guardians.
All right. Which one's been hit the worst?
There's one guy who's barely hanging on. He's the one who's probably the closest as well.
All right, I'll
because he
transfer
used
my
most of
hex
his
to
movement.
him.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, with the gloved hand, just sling a little Eldritch Blast at him, just being like, buddy, should just giving her the axes. That is 2 on the dice. I'm gonna use luck to re-roll that.
All right.
That is much better. That is going to be that's gonna be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
What's that look like as you blow him up?
Oh, I mean, it is the Eldritch Blast hits him, and he Indiana Jones and Holy Grail ages just in front of everybody into a shriveled husk of a corpse as he dissolves into dust.
Okay. So there are 3 left.
And I just kind of like calmly walk towards the door after having done that, my movement to continue to pursue them.
Okay. So there is one that's at the end of the bar. You could probably get all the way to him if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll just like walk straight up to him and just be like looking right at him.
Okay. Francis, it's your turn. There's 3 guys left. 1 at the end of the bar, 2 among a bunch of commoners near the kitchen door.
And how far are they from me?
The one at the end of the bar is about 20 feet. And then the 2 by the door are probably about 35 feet.
All right. Well, then I will. And Riley's already heading to the one at the bar. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I will head in the other direction, and I'll go. I won't get there entirely. I'll go about 20 feet, and then drop a guiding bolt on one of these guys.
Okay.
At the door.
Perfect.
All right. So that's a 25, 4, something like that.
So even with cover, that will hit. So you guys see this guiding bolt shoot over between some commoners and hit one of the guys.
11.
11 points. Nice. So when you hit him, there's like this glow from like where he hit him, where it's kind of catching your eye. It's almost like a slight sparkle or something. And the next person will have advantage on that guy. Kat, it's your turn. So there's a guy about 20 feet, and there's the 2 that are about 35 feet from where you are. One is glowing that's 35 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to go to the door and hit whoever I get to first that's by the door so that they can't escape.
Okay.
Lobot.
So as you run, so you're going to run by the guy at the end of the bar to do that? Okay. So
would I be running like right by him if I did that?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, then I guess I'll just run to him.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Hits.
For 6 points. And then my second one is 17.
Hits.
For 4 points. And then I'll punch him with 25.
Dang. Yes.
For 8 points.
Do you guys have that high of bonuses or what? Like, oh my gosh. You guys are always here.
That does make me feel
No, that's great. So yeah, you mess him up. You do a couple cuts and then a punch. He's definitely bleeding, but he's still standing.
Yeah.
And it is now Vic's turn. You turned your back to all these, but there's one person at the end of the bar who's about 25 feet away from you, and there's 2 by the door that are about 40 feet away from you.
Okay. I will run to those guys that are by the door.
You're going to run by the one at the end of the bar?
Oh, sure am.
Knowing that it provokes.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. It missed. You're good. So this guy swings his short sword, and as he does, it kind of just bounces off a cat's skin, like almost like he didn't hit her square, and the sword goes flying across the room in between the crowd of people, and he Doesn't have a sword anymore.
Nice. So I will run up to these guys who are standing at the door, and I will ferociously swing my long swords at them.
So one of them's glowing, so you have advantage on that one.
Perfect. So I'm also going to reckless attack as well.
So you already have advantage. Are you sure you
I
want
know,
to do that?
I have. Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, that's fine.
If you want to, that's fine. I'm
true.
not going to say you can't get advantage when someone swings at you. I'm just, if you want to do that, I would not be mad.
Okay. So I have 16. I have that one definitely did not hit.
I take it you're
I have
raging.
26, correct.
Okay.
So I assume the 26 hits, but the 16, does that hit?
16 barely hits.
Okay,
It's
so
almost like
that
it's right on the
is
AC.
17 points of damage.
Yeah, you killed him. Dead. Like, bloom, dropped. There's 2 guys left. And it is now Nolte's turn.
Is there a 5-foot spot, or is there a spot within 5 feet of those 2 guys that's not within 5 feet of any spectators?
No, they're 15 feet apart.
Is there a spot within 5 feet of one of those guys that's not within 5 feet of one of the spectators or my friend?
Oh, yeah. The one at the end of the bar you could probably do.
What about the one about to? I guess Vic's right next to the one about to escape, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Apparently they can't run from her.
Right, which I noticed. So if they can't run from her, I'm going to call down lightning on the guy at the end of the bar.
Okay.
Not directly on him, a little bit off from
Sure.
him so that I don't hit my friends at the bar.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to just have my hand out and then turn and pull it down and lightning pulls down at him. So that's a DC 15 dex save you need to make.
Wow, I rolled poorly. No, does not make it.
And I rolled really well. That's 22
He dead.
lightning damage.
Dead. There's only one left by the door now.
Yeah.
It's his turn. He's going to run through the door anyway. Go ahead, Kat. How's that work? Got to hit him, right?
You mean me?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Vic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swing.
So I just
Beat a
get a
16.
right. It's just a regular.
Actually,
attack
you're
of
drunk, so
opportunity.
it should be at disadvantage. I forgot about that.
I mean, there is a conditional learning.
I'm fine with that. Even with my disadvantage, I'd get a 16. So
Yeah, you hit then. And he
Um,
stops dead in his tracks.
7 points of damage right there.
Okay.
You can't run from me. You're not going to get away.
As you do that, he then strikes at you with his attack.
Bring it on, man.
Hey, I crit. That's awesome. 15 points of damage.
Total? Is that
Yes.
just one hit?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all he's got.
You better get something better if he thinks he's going to win.
Yeah, it's Francis's turn.
All right, so it's just the last guy by the door next to Vic, huh?
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna old-fashioned Warhammer his.
All right. You can get over there.
That would be a 19.
Yep. Everybody's hitting tonight. What the heck?
All right, and 6 points.
Pretty good. So you hit him pretty hard. He is still standing. Definitely bloodied. And it's now Kat's turn. You can get over there too. Let's have a party in the crowd. Mosh pit.
Taking him out with
Civilians have backed away from the area at this point.
Okay, missed with my first one with a 12.
Okay.
Definitely hit with a 17.
Yep.
And that's 4 points of damage. And
Okay.
then my unarmed strike is a 24
Hits.
for 8 points of damage.
So the last hit was just a punch, right?
Yeah.
So your sword cuts him open, and when your last hit is a punch, you finish him off like no problem. He just falls limp to the floor.
Ooh, yeah.
Sorry,
And-
Rosie.
I was gonna say, yeah. So the lightning bolt was dangerously close to Rosie, and she immediately like just goes straight into the kitchen and just does not come back out. No words.
I was just gonna
nothing.
put a coin on the table, on the bar, just be like,
Did you go through the door we were all fighting at? Because that's
Yeah.
a little bit ballsy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She definitely went through there. She just had to get out of this room.
I'm not certain we're going to be still welcome at this inn.
Veben steps up and says,
Throw us out, but I don't think it would work well for them.
Look, they shouldn't have taken my axes. I gave him a chance to try and, give them back.
And for what it's worth, Nulty doesn't drop the storm cloud. It just continues to roll up in the ceiling as she concentrates on it for the remainder of its time. I get it for up to 10 minutes.
Veben steps up and starts speaking and is like, "Oh, thank you for getting rid of our town problem. The Roughnecks. So glad they are gone." And he's as he starts talking and like just thanking you guys profusely, looking right past him, you see the half-elf woman that you were talking to earlier is just sitting there, just sitting in the corner, acting like nothing happened, no big deal. And everyone else is like starting to like pick up their chairs and put them back and move back to their tables and get things kind of organized. And you see the bartender just like throws his hands up and says, "So who's going to take care of these bodies now?"
Well, do you have a garbage chute out
yeah,
back?
we'll dump them in the garbage out back.
Garbage
is
chute?
there like a quick door.
Yeah, we have a quick door for our kegs.
Oh yeah, can you show it to us? We'll take them out there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, just through the kitchen in the back corner. You'll see the door to the back straight ahead, but off to the left, it's just a little quick latch door. You just pull it up, and then it swings freely.
Nolte, as we go back there, Nolte, is this the door?
It looks like it is. It's right underneath. So there's like a wooden bar that you can see a bunch of kegs lined up on against the wall. And right next to it, there's like a gap, and it's almost like you can just pull the keg and drop it, and it just sits there in place, and you can push it through the door.
Nope.
Wait,
It's okay,
Wait.
Nolte. We would have had to come back next year anyway for the axes.
this is what you got me up for?
Like, to be honest, this would have happened.
The axes were also a concern too.
I mean, to be fair, they did attack us when we came downstairs, so I don't feel like we were entirely out of place.
Yeah. No, this is fine.
It was fun.
Thunder continues to crackle in the other room.
Yeah.
Possibly
Oh,
want ominous little sparks over the guy running for mayor. I won't actually lightning him, but I definitely want ominous little sparks over him.
Yeah, Veben does not look comfortable when you come back in and start doing that. And he says, I tell you guys what, I see you tomorrow morning. I'll see you in the morning. And he runs upstairs to probably go.
I'm gonna just with Mage Hand just kind of knock his heels together while he's running up the stairs.
All right, I'll make him do a dex save.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he rolled a crit success. He didn't even notice it.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll give him a glory.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? So you just dropping the bodies out through the chute in the back?
Yeah, that's what we said we were gonna do.
I mean,
Okay.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you go back there,
But
Rosie's cowered
as
down.
we drop them, we should probably just make sure, they're not leaving behind anything valuable that should be reallocated to
They all had
perhaps other
rapiers.
people.
They all had rapiers. They also had gold.
We'll take that.
So let's see. First one had 6 gold. Second one had 18 gold. Third one had 24 gold. Next one had 9 gold. That's what, 5? And then the last one also had 24 gold.
Nice.
Not a bad night's work.
Yep, they were all wearing leather armor.
That's 81 total.
That sounds right.
Go ahead and put it-
They all have leather armor. They also had regular crappy daggers.
What the hell were they doing trying to fight us?
Yeah, I don't understand what they were thinking.
I
They have
mean,
cool looking daggers.
They're just crude, like they're just regular daggers.
They
yeah.
didn't have the other sweet looking daggers.
No.
Also.
No, not at all.
Do they have any of the same like insignias or whatever?
No. Veben had told you guys as you were taking the bodies through before the crackling of stuff that they appear to be a group called the Roughnecks.
The Roughnecks?
Yeah. Maybe just a local gang of some sort or something. Local group of bandits or something.
While we're in the kitchen, can I check and just make sure that there's not a secret door in here leading to a basement where an assassin's guild
Yeah,
might?
you can look. As you start to look around, you notice one guy is in the kitchen as well. A halfling man, and he looks to be over near the opposite counter of where the kegs were. It looks like maybe a food prep station, and he has cowered down underneath the table, much like Rosie did when you first came in on the left. She was underneath the cupboards as well.
That's not going to stop the lightning from getting you.
Nice.
She's right.
So give me a perception check to look around, Nolte.
That is going to be a 22.
Okay. So you definitely find a door. It's right in the center of the room. It's got like a handle to lift up, but it does sit flush with the floor, the handle. So you could like roll things across it, walk across it, no big deal. Probably goes to a basement area of some sort.
Okay.
It's not really being hidden.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make a note of it.
Okay. All right. Anything else anybody wants to do in the kitchen while you're back here? No?
I don't have anything.
I'm just going to open the door and look down just to see if it goes to a basement full of kegs.
So you open the door and look straight down, and it's just pitch black. You do see some stairs.
If I use my my light cantrip, will that illuminate?
Can
Yeah,
see
you could do that.
in the dark, Francis?
So you
What's
notice
that?
the stairs.
I cannot see in the
spiral.
dark.
You do notice the stairs spiral down. And as you do that, the halfling man says, I wouldn't go down there if I were you.
Why do you say that?
Now we gotta go down there.
Talk fast.
I mean, there's creatures down there. Rats, things like that. Dangerous. We haven't been down there in ages.
There's dangerous
Yeah.
creatures in the bar basement. Come on.
This
It's
is
not a
like
basement.
some
There's tunnels
Baldur's
and stuff down
Gate,
there.
Mike.
Large tunnels. There's multiple levels under this place.
Well, this definitely sounds like where we want to go, but maybe we should sleep first.
Why do you
I mean-
want to go down there?
Because there's cool stuff to kill?
I mean, if that's what you're trying to do. I mean,
Did
Heck,
see
you
the
could even talk.
coming?
I mean, you could talk to Nardley Hansel. He might pay you actually to clear it out. That might be a great idea.
Riley, make a note of that.
Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. You're good. As Riley
Nardley,
like,
what's his
grabs
last
one of the
name?
grain bottles
Nardley
out of the
Hansel.
kitchen.
He's standing behind the bar. He's the bartender and owner here. Just don't tell Veben.
It was the obnoxious one, right?
Yeah, Veben's the boisterous one who talks to everybody.
Okay.
He doesn't know about stuff down there, and we kind of try to keep it that way.
Is there a lock on this so stuff doesn't come up in the middle of the night?
No, I actually just roll this keg over here on top of it, and it does fine.
Look, I used to live outside in the woods by myself, and even I think your security is lax.
I mean, what good? What? They're rats and stuff. Like, it's not a problem.
Rats can open doors.
All right. Well, maybe we'll come back in the morning and clear that out, and as sort of I'm sorry for the mess we made last night.
We're
you
not.
might want to stock up on supplies. Like I said, there's many paths down there.
We're really not that sorry for the mess we made, though.
It's not my bar.
But seriously, don't hide under the counter. That's not going to stop anything from getting you.
I mean, I just didn't want to get caught up between what was going on. I heard the ruckus out there, and when my wife ran in here and hid, I felt like I needed to hide too.
Right, but again, under the counter probably would not be that helpful. Next time, if you go under the trap door and like shut it a little.
Oh no, we're not going down there. We know better.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to bed then.
All right. So you guys make your way up to your room and get all cozy and go to sleep.
Nolte, by the way, totally puts a bedroll out on the balcony. He like moves the mattress from the bed out onto the balcony and like puts a bedroll over it.
I was hoping you'd do that. So Nolte, you're staring off at the stars and you start to doze off. And you can't even tell at the point where you fall asleep or start dreaming. And in your sleep, you see... We'll just end the session right there. We'll just figure that out next time. So yeah, that was the end of the session. So we play again, I think, next month. I'm trying to think. What's 4 weeks out from tonight? It's not a holiday. It's not like Christmas, right?
No, I
Just
don't think
double-checking.
so.
Nope, it's the 19th. So yes.
Look, the 19th.
Yep. So we play on the 19th of December, which will be cool. I'm excited about that. We'll pick up with what Nolte was dreaming about, and if anybody else had any dreams or anything. And who knows? Maybe you guys will check out that kitchen area. Maybe you'll go east. Maybe you'll go south. Maybe you look for a guy in blue robes. Who knows what you guys do? But we'll see next time. So with that, I don't think we need to go around the horn again. We did that. We're good. If you guys are interested in more games, if this is your first time watching, subscribe. We've got Pathfinder every other week on Friday nights. We've got 3 rotating D&D 5e campaigns on Saturdays. We've got a Pulp Cthulhu game on every Thursday evening, which I love my character. I rolled really well. My guy is a beefcake. Well, we don't know what his archetype is yet, but he's a pro wrestler who dreams of one day wrestling in front of tens of thousands of fans in the MGM Grand on pay-per-view. And him and the other people have applied for a government job near Area 51 in Nevada. Area 51 in Nevada.
Nothing could go wrong in that situation.
It's going to be great. It's so great. We have Ethel, who's a 72-year-old woman in a muumuu and hair rollers and smokes, who is a former CIA agent. And we have her granddaughter, who is a pizza delivery person, who is also applying for this government job. And we have, I think, a couple more characters that we just aren't sure of yet. So, because they weren't at session 0.
This group sounds suspiciously just as qualified to fight the evil coming as the group in Monster of the Week was.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Pretty much.
So my guy actually rolled up too that he's rich,
Sounds
like,
highly
or not
qualified.
rich, wealthy. I have 2 homes and a custom old school car. There's no internet because these players in a previous campaign in this world did an EMP that took out all the satellites around the planet. Like, sounds like there was like space travel and other stuff involved, but yeah, it's fantastic. So looking forward to that as well. And then we also have Keep on the Borderlands, not this week, but the following week. So the week after Thanksgiving. So yeah, we have lots of games. So yeah, that's it, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.
All right.